Hi everyone. So for the past week, I have been feeling really self-conscious about my face because of all the problems that I had. So after I had my incision, it took a wee while for the swelling to eventually come down. Even though my face is still quite puffy, that's just the norm for me now. But it's nothing compared to what it was last week. Uh, I do feel like the lump is away in general. Uh, the packing and the stitches were taken out, so that's just still kind of tender in there. There is still a hole inside the face that's open, but that will close up in its own time eventually. Um, I feel that it's always taking a toll on my face, which makes me really upset because, well, the face is what everybody sees. Everybody sees your face. No matter how much you want to hide it, this is we can't go about with a mask on every single day as much as I'd want to. My whole skin, my whole face and my skin is breaking out and everything, but it just goes through stages. What really annoys me is the problems with my cheeks. It's always inside my cheeks. They always either swell out, go really puffy, or so. No matter what I do now, I'm never going to have that slim, slender face that I had maybe 5, 10 years ago, and I just need to learn to accept that. I can contour my face as much as I want with makeup, but it's not going to help. What I really wanted to talk about today is I said that I would have some funny stories and things to do. I don't want it to be all doom and gloom. So what I thought I would talk about is the funny memories from my childhood and not as much as not much depressing ones, but funny ones. I grew up in the children's ward in the Royal Alexandra Hospital in Paisley, which is sadly closed down now, much to people's petitions. I spent my childhood in there, and some people might think that's sad and depressing and it's a shame, but I actually loved it. I had a great time. The staff were like my second family. I used to write letters to certain ones. I've kept in contact with ones throughout the years. I bump into people, I will meet up with them, say hello, things like that, and became really close with quite a lot of them. My consultant at the RAH was Dr. Greg Hunt, who saved my life in so many ways. I don't think I've ever had a relationship like that again with another consultant. And the same with the CF nurse, Jane. I've never had the same bond that I had with them. They, in my opinion, felt like they actually cared for you as a person and not a patient. If it wasn't for Dr. Hunt, I wouldn't have got to go to Florida. He even nominated me to go to Florida to go on Dream Flight, which is a organisation that takes kids with illnesses to Disneyland, and you get to go to all the theme parks and things like that. So he nominated me for that. I got to go there when I was 9, 20 years ago. So that was one of the best experiences of my life. I got to go with my friend Paul, who also had CF that passed away a long time ago now. I was in primary 6 when Paul passed away. So I have my Dream Flight DVD. I get to go back and watch that. I have lots of funny memories with Paul and our friend Daniel, who also sadly passed away, but the memories that I have with them will last a lifetime. It was some of the funniest time I've ever had. I don't think I've actually ever laughed so hard at half of the stuff that we used to get up to, all of us. There was a few of us, and just when I was turning about 9, 10, they had brought in the the rule where you aren't allowed to mix, you aren't allowed to be together. So we're kids, we didn't really understand why we were all of a sudden being allowed to play with each other for years and then we had been separated. So we used to sneak out our rooms and meet up through the night, and we used to record messages on a tape recorder and come back and pass it, like slide it up the other end of the wall. So we'd record a message and slide it, and then we'd slide it back down, or we'd leave it at some station and go and collect it, or we'd pass notes through the door, write letters upon letters upon letters, or tell the night staff that we had the same bugs as each other, and because they weren't clued up as well. So, but that's a child, that's total innocent. Obviously now you just can't do that. But when you're wee, you don't understand why you're being told you're not allowed to play with this person anymore because they've got a different bug from you, or they could have a different bug and it can make you unwell. But you were allowed, you're 6 feet apart. So me and my other friend Stacey used to sit across from each other, put a table at either side, and keep our distance and see who could pass our tube down our nose the fastest and have a competition. So that was the kind of things that we done. We would still go to school, we get taxis to school, we still kept up with everything and tried to be as normal as what we could. So, but the staff were just as mischievous as what we were. We had a great laugh with the staff, and they made that hospital stay better. So it made you more happier to stay there and more comfortable. So you did have the odd nurse, I'm not going to lie, that you didn't like, that would maybe force feed you mashed potatoes. I hate mashed potatoes now. Absolutely can't stand them. I have not ate a mashed potato in about 22 years because one of the nurses force fed me mashed potatoes. The mashed potatoes in the hospital were absolutely disgusting. They were full of lumps and everything. And actually one time I refused point blank to eat my dinner because I was in the room and you could see the dinner trolley right in front of you, and the dinner lady I'll never ever forget it, the dinner lady was standing with see this is a tissue, right, and she had it on the trolley in front of her, all the meals are there, and she was standing picking her nose and wiping it on the tissue. So I spotted this and said to one of the nurses, Lisa, she's picking her nose and wiping in that tissue. I am not eating that dinner. And she seen this happening, so she went out and told her to take all the food back, all the trays back, and they sent out for a McDonald's for us all. So that was a day that was absolutely disgusting. It really makes you wonder, like, if that was in broad daylight, oh God, that was in front of everybody, that was, oh, I can't, that did genuinely happen. But I can laugh about it now, but obviously it's not funny at the time. But I got a McDonald's out of it, so I used to phone a McDonald's. We get the staff used to go out for McDonald's all the time, quite a lot. At the weekend, that would be maybe a treat. One member of staff would go to the McDonald's or the KFC and bring us in something to eat. So we got treats like that as well, or we get taken to the cinema or things. So when people say, oh, did you not go out and play outside when you were younger? Did you not do this game? Did you not do that game? I go, no, because I did this. And I sat in a children's ward and made Play-Doh and played Rummy Cup. And that's why I love board games. I love board games. I love reading. And that's why, because that was what I done in my time. But I enjoyed it. I liked it. And I actually wouldn't change my childhood. I really, really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more because the staff made it enjoyable, and I met many friends along the way. Obviously, sadly, a few of them passed, but I'll have those memories forever. We'll always have them. There's nothing that I can say to make that better, when I got to certain ages in my life when I was growing up and I thought that the same thing was going to happen to me, I not welcomed death, but just expected it. So one of my friends passed away at 12, I thought that was going to happen to me. Next friend passed away at 16, I thought that was going to happen to me. And I had went on through life doing that. But now I'm 29 and I'm not waiting anymore. I'm not waiting, I'm not welcoming it. I'm certainly not welcoming it. I'm much more happier with my life that I don't sit and wait for the day to die, as in welcome it. I don't want to welcome it. I feel now I've got a lot more to live for. I definitely feel that since I met my partner, who I'm with just now, I don't want to give him a bigger head than he already has, but he definitely is a man who saved my life in many ways that he really doesn't understand. And I don't want to toot his horn enough because I think he's already got a big head. Not as in he has a big head, but pop it. But he's done so much for me. He pulls me up on, especially in the bad days. He doesn't let me lie down to my pain. There is sometimes I might need a wee boot up the bum, and maybe sometimes I do like to feel sorry for myself and go, oh, poor me. But I think everybody has those days, but he doesn't let me do that. And that's sometimes what people need. People need that. So I can't thank him enough for everything that he does for me and everything that he's doing for me. But he definitely made my life worthwhile now. So he's actually messaging me right now. All my messages are popping up the screen, so he's interrupting me recording, so I was reading them there. But yeah, I definitely would never change the childhood that I have, but if I ever had children in the future, I would totally want them to have the best childhood that I didn't have, because my childhood wasn't through choice. It was my life, but I don't have to. I can change that, and I can change that for my future as well. It doesn't have to be my life as in just spending all, I mean, as much as I'm always at the hospital, I'm maybe at the hospital 2 to 3 times. Last week I was at the hospital 5 days a week last week, and I had 2 appointments one day and 2 appointments the next day. As much as that is, my life does revolve around hospitals. I can limit hospital admissions by trying to keep myself healthy as possible, and I'm trying to do that. So come this Christmas, touch your wood, whatever wood I can find. I have not... They think I trapped the door. It was me. It's okay. I've completely forgot I touched your wood. This Christmas coming will be 2 years since my last hospital admission. I'm pretty sure it's 2. It's definitely 2. 2 years since my last hospital admission, and the only reason that was because I had a sinus infection, ended up going into a chest infection. If the GP or CF team had gave me an antibiotic sooner, I probably wouldn't have had to go into hospital, but it ended up in my chest. But I didn't have to spend 2 weeks in, I only had to do about 5 days, which is a total big difference. So let's try and make it another 2 years or 4 years or whatever. I don't think that will happen. I think that no my luck I will have an admission coming up soon. Well, I know I do have a sinus operation coming up, but I have other things in the pipeline that I think I may need a wee course of IVs, but for good reason. So that won't, it's not as if I'm going to be ill. But I'll just accept it, and that's part of life. There's nothing I can do about it, but I can embrace it, and we can even do them at home. I think that my partner's more than capable of helping me to do that, and I really don't think he'll be able to cope at home with 4 dogs for 2 weeks. So I think he would be more inclined to help me if I had to do that at home. But yeah, so apart from my MASH trauma, which I was telling a friend at a wedding a couple of weeks ago, or me and my partner were at a wedding of one of our friends, and we'd met other people there, and we were sitting beside our friends at the table, and one of them said, well, why don't you eat MASH? Why don't you like MASH? Or something like that. Said, some matron looking bitch force-fed me mashed potatoes, and they couldn't stop laughing, but I can laugh about it now, but it was absolutely traumatising. I tell you, I just don't like mashed potatoes. I thought it get in my throat and everything. Oh no. Even if I have a roast potato, it really needs to be a crispy roast potato. I just cannot stand mashed potatoes or hot chocolate, because I've been force-fed hot chocolate by nurses and stuff like that. Well, this one nurse that we didn't always see eye to eye, she just didn't get it. Quite a few of the patients, we all didn't really like her that much, but yeah, so I'll just need to sit and think of other things and other subjects to sit and talk about, because I want to make people aware that there is lots and lots of stuff you could talk about with CF, but I wanted to touch on things that different things, like growing up with the condition, telling people. It's not always easy to tell people that you have this condition. Some people get really, really scared. I've actually had one person tell me that they didn't want to be with me because of my condition. So, more fool them. Look at me, I'm with my partner now that I'm happy with. So, maybe they've done me a favour. But, well, that's me for today.